All right, so today we are looking at the, I'm going to say Mcfarlane toys, but it's not. It's DC Direct. You know, if you remember them. If you don't, they were a company that was doing DC collector figures for a while Mattel had the license. And they just kind of went belly up, I'm assuming. I don't know all the legal uh, jargon, but that's what I'm assuming happened. They went belly up, and Mcfarlane is now putting out the product that they had left. I want to assume that's the situation here, but regardless, shout out to Roughshod and Virgo for getting this piece for me. I could not find it. It eluded me at every Walmart that I've ever went to on my side of town, and they found it, sent it to me, and I now have it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Typically, I would not buy these figures. I did not buy them when DC Direct was doing them. I do not really like their style of action figure. But because I was getting that McFarlane Batmobile for Batman Beyond, I wanted to have this one to go in it. I know he's going to be a little small because it's made for 7-inch scale, but it's my world. I do what I want, right? So I'm going to say, is this figure amazingly articulated? Absolutely not. This figure is, if I wanted to show you the best action figure in the world, I would not even consider this. But here is the figure. I think it looks good. I mean, it has the silhouette. If you watched the show back in the day, you know, this is that silhouette. I mean, they nailed that. There's no denying that part. It's just that this style does not lend itself to articulation at all. And I don't really blame them for not doing the best, because this is one of those situations where you're working with what you got, right? There are some things that they could have done to better engineer, but at that point it would have taken away from the overall sculpt. And yeah, I can see why they chose not to, but all right, I'm gonna try my best to stay positive, y'all, because I avoided these figures like the plague back in the day. So here we go. You have standard that just stabbed me. Ouch. Anyway, so you have a joint here that I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna go through this because I don't want to say anything negative today. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to work on my stress. So you're gonna get barely 90 out of the orbs. You know, you get your up and down there. Has a swivel at the elbow. You do get an assortment of hands. I will talk about that in a second. But they don't, you know, they just kind of do that one movement that nobody really does. You know, we're more like this. Pause. But anyway, so, wow. All right. Okay, we see where this review is going. I'm going to just pop that back on. His head does have a good range of motion. I'm not going to take that away from it. You know, that's actually the best thing. Oh my God, it just came off again. Will you stop losing your head? Now, oh man, I don't know why anybody thinks this is better than any. Okay, you know what? No. We're not doing that. So that's it. That's all you get. That's as far as that leg is gonna go up. Oh, look at the little butt cheeks that aren't really there. Anyway, you turn around, you bend that. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you, be careful bending this, because I don't know if this rotates or not. It act like it wants to, but I'm not gonna push it because it's gonna break. So be very careful. If you can see, I'm kind of pulling on it and it's already trying to yank itself. Pause again. So that's it, man. Look, that's it. That's all you get. You get some ankle, you know, little. So that's all right. That's okay. You see why this figure is just gonna end up in a Batmobile and never see the light of day again? Yeah. Anyway, swivel. You know, for those of you that love this, I don't, but you know, those of you that love that. Yeah, you're probably wondering, well, didn't you know that this figure was like this before you bought it? I did. I did. But, you know, I wanted it. I wanted it, so I now have it. Again, shout out again to Roughshod and Virgo. I appreciate y'all. So, he does come. Let's see if I can get him to stand. Will you stand? Will you stand there or will I take your head again? Anyway, so it comes with this stand. This is the weirdest stand I've ever seen. I do like this little gimmick on it. The you know, you kind of pull this little lever and it moves. I do like that, but this is loose. Like it's all get out. Like it's like a little strip pole. Like that'll be $2. So I don't know. This stand is kind of useless. I mean, it's good for just doing what he's doing already, but yeah, don't expect any dynamic posing with this. Now, the wings. These wings aren't the worst. I will say that. They do just kind of pop out rather easily, but they're not the worst. You know, it could definitely be worse. But I do like that it has the articulation to do that, because you know that was one of those things that he would do where he'd put his arms up. Unfortunately, the figure itself cannot do it. So great that it can do this, but it sucks because his arms can't go up high enough to make that pose look good. So yeah, it just pegs in the back, which I mean you saw that at the beginning, but let's do it again for remedial reasons, and voila. So yeah, there you go. Let's see if you'll stand with that on you. Will you? Will you stand? Oh, look at you. Standing on your two little foots. Now, hands. Let's talk about these hands. Let me see. There we go. Waiting for it to focus. We have a relaxed. I don't know what he's going to do with these hands. And there's two of those. This looks like he's grabbing something. So I'll probably use this one when I get the Batmobile so he can hold on to it for the best he can. And then you have a open hand. And all of these hands are pretty much the same. So you see one, you've seen both. There's really nothing to show. And here's one of the batarangs. Good enough, you know. But let's see how this looks in his hand. Yeah, there you go. Whatever. I'm not even gonna whine about that. So that's this figure. I don't really have much else to say about it. It is what it is. I knew what I was getting into when I bought it, so I'm not upset. I'm not mad at it. I'm not gonna, you know, talk horribly about it because I knew what I was getting when I got it. But I do like it. I do like the silhouette. It does represent the character well. I think Mondo just announced that they're doing one, right? Yeah. But yeah, so that's this. Do I recommend it? I'm going to say no. And the reason why is because this figure is dated. It's outdated. It's honestly not a good example of what an action figure should be. But I will say, for those of you that are on the fence, if you understand what you're getting into and you kind of curve your expectations, then you may like this figure. Like I said, I like it for what it is, but my expectations are severely curved. I'm talking about, oh man, these expectations are non-existent. I think I left them in the car. So, yeah, I'm going to say my saying, but you know how I feel about it. If you like it, buy it. If you don't, just leave him on the shelf and let him be. Somebody will save him from his little plastic prison. Y'all have a good one.